I started as early as I was 17, and that's when I realized that there's a huge gap. A huge variety of designing was something that people were looking forward.
Wow.
So that is where kosher made its place.
Hi, this is so exciting that we are having the next episode of Safarnama. Safarnama is our endeavor where we are trying to get an entrepreneur and cover their journey, their challenges, their setbacks, the resilience that they have through which they are sticking through their entrepreneurial journey. And we are trying to cover that a little bit through this initiative called Safarnama. And today we have another exciting guest. We have Neha Arora, and she's the founder of Kosher Jewels. So let's have Neha on and welcome Neha.
Thank you, Salil.
So this is a great time to have an interview because आपका जो peak season है वो अभी हुआ होगा I believe, and it will continue for the next 2 months.
Correct.
So how has it been? How has Diwali been, and how has overall the season been for you?
So the season overall this year has been different from the last 20 years of experience that I have.
Right.
Every year Diwali has always seen amazing stuff when it comes to jewelry, whether it is gold, diamonds, gemstones, anything. Right. But this year, since we all know due to the global economy changes, gold and silver were at a surge. So we did have great sales, but not in per se of jewelry, but yes, in per se of bricks and gold coins.
Oh, wow. So how long have you been in Kosher Jewels, and how did you when did you start this initiative?
So Kosher Jewels is going to complete its 15 years this December.
Okay.
And I started as early as I was 17 as a jewelry designer.
Wow.
So I have in my kitty about 20 plus years of experience when it comes to the jewelry industry.
Right. Amazing. So how do you see this change? Like अब ये जो peak prices चले गए हैं gold के and silver के, like how is it overall impacting the industry? Because I guess इतना surge कभी भी नहीं देखा होगा like.
Right. So there is always a demand and supply logistic that works with metals and commodities as well.
Right.
And when it comes to jewelry, the Indian conditioning is so strong that when when we see the graph of gold, when it was even 3,000, people were buying gold. When it went to 30,000, people were still buying gold. And now when it's crossed 1,25,000 also on Diwali, people were still buying jewelry. Wow. The only mindset that changes with the consumer is from 22 carat, we came to 916. Right. From 916, the trend moved towards diamond jewelry, which started with 18 carat.
Right.
Then came down because gold was going high to 70 plus. 14 carat came into trend. And now it's 9 carat, which is approved by the government.
Right.
More so, since we are all conditioned that gold is an investment in India.
Right.
9 carat is still not taking up so well. It will take its time. But the other option that has come into existence is platinum jewelry, and which is doing very, very well.
Right.
And the third option that we have started up is also.
So Neha, you were telling us that you got into this when you were 17.
Correct.
Right. So tell us about your journey. How did you get into jewelry first place, and how has it been all these years?
Okay. So 17 when I did. Initially, I don't come from a jewelry background.
Right.
We are first generation jewelers.
Wow.
Coming from a textile background and settling down to jewelry was one challenge primarily to get into. But God has been kind and I got opportunities. So working with different brands across the globe came to my kitty as opportunities came down.
Right.
Getting married, I came down to Mumbai, and that's where it was a break where we actually realized I was doing my designing part, and my mom-in-law was a jewelry person. And that's when I realized that there's a huge gap in Mumbai industry of jewelry, and we can definitely grab it.
Right.
And that's when Rakshit came into the picture, and it was Kosher is Rakshit's brainchild. And he took up formal education in gemology. Okay. And with the support of the family, that's how we got into kosher.
Wow.
And then 2011, we started kosher. with a private viewing exhibition at our place.
Right.
And we were 70% sold out
On the first day.
on the very first day.
Wow.
So it was a one-day exhibition only for friends and family, and we were 70% sold out, which gave us a huge boost.
Correct.
And that's where we decided to take it
Like a
on,
full-time.
on a full-time thing.
Right.
Up until then, yes, there was a huge capital investment done.
Right.
And there's no second thought that without Kaushik and my father-in-law's support, we would not have been doing what we are doing right now.
Correct.
And then after the first exhibition, we decided that we would make it more affordable for the people of Bombay.
Right.
And Bombay being huge became very easy for us because we were targeting the Mango Man. That was you and me.
Right.
For Anita Ambani, there are hundreds of options when it comes to diamond jewelry.
Right.
But if you tell me that I have only 40,000 in my hand
Right.
and I want a very beautiful diamond ring for my wife, at that point of time in 2011, we did not have a lot of options.
Correct. Correct.
So that's where Kosher came into picture, where we started off with lightweight jewelry and we went up till the bridals.
Wow.
And at that point of time, gold was only 19,000.
Unimaginable.
Yeah. So that made our life easier as well.
Yeah. It was.
It was very much achievable then.
Correct.
And then we realized that the homemaker of Bombay still used to save in cash क्योंकि तब तक demonetization और जीपे नहीं आया था. So उनका टास्क ये था कि अगर हम इंस्टॉलमेंट पे लेते हैं
Correct.
तो कैश देने कैसे जाएंगे because Bombay is huge.
Correct.
So to everyone to reach to Kandivali was a task.
It was a task.
So then we became the Swiggy Zomato
Of jewelry.
So we hired people who still go to your doorstep
Right.
with the card,
Right.
collect the cash, take your sign, and then come back.
Come back.
So became easier for the
them
common
to-
man and the
correct.
common woman to have jewelry.
Jewelry.
So that's how Kosher started at a very slow pace
Right.
and has reached till where it is till today.
Wow.
And then came a question that for everything, people used to either go to Zaveri Bazaar.
Right.
For very exclusive designer pieces, you go to Bandra, Waterfield or Turner Road.
Right.
But at this point of time,
Bandra.
towards the western suburbs, we barely had one or two
Jewelry.
well-known names
Ah.
in Borivali or in Goregaon
Correct.
where people used to come to.
Correct.
So in between market was huge
Huge.
to
Correct.
capture.
Correct.
And that helped us.
Wow.
So that's how we tried to reach to the common man, giving them knowledge because knowledge is one of the key points that Kosher does, giving to the consumer.
Correct.
From a BVS to an SI, you name it, you get it, everything.
Right.
And that's how we got into bespoke as well.
Right. Right.
Because the main pain point at that point of time was nobody used to tell whether it suits you or not.
Correct.
The jeweler is showing you a catalog, you
तो
like the design, he will
हाँ,
make it.
हाँ.
But आपकी उंगली पतली है, मोटी है, आपके गले पे इतनी पतली चेन अच्छी लगेगी, नहीं लगेगी.
Correct.
That was irrespective.
That's
Was
really a
the
big gap.
that was the complete package that Kosher came up in 2011, and that's how we step by step moved ahead.
Moved ahead. Wow. So that's been a great journey where you identified that one is that the budget has to be budget friendly, and the next is that you thought that customization in a budget friendly jewelry.
Correct.
So one step forward and making it easy by giving them home delivery and
All of those. That was the perks that were given along, but
Right.
that also the main key point that worked for us was giving them those nitbits that it will not suit you.
right.
You like
That
it.
expert
That expert advice,
Right.
that last token of thing
Correct.
which actually helped the consumer to take the final call.
Correct.
Because price was not even the pain point then, it's
Right.
not even today.
Today.
But the right guidance,
Yeah.
huge variety of designing
Right.
was something that people were looking forward.
Right. Wow.
So that is where Kosher made its place.
Amazing. So you did not mention that you came from a place which is known for jewelry.
Yeah.
So I think that is something that she missed. So she came from Surat, where I think she stayed through her childhood, and that's
Yes.
where I think jewelry designing is something which I think
Surat is known for two
Known
things,
for, yeah.
textiles and diamonds.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason I said that I come from a textile background. But yeah.
Yeah, so our family wanted to capture entire Surat, jewelry and textile. Yeah. So textile her father did, jewelry she got into.
Right.
Yeah. So but designing करना था तो कोई और चीज में भी जा सकते थे. ये ज्वेलरी की तरफ inclination, was it because you yourself like jewelry so much?
No. So I always wanted to do something different along with my graduation in commerce.
Right.
Surat being a textile hub, every second house had a fashion designer back then. So I was very clear I don't want to become a fashion designer.
Everyone.
Then I wanted to do merchandising in textiles, but Surat textile market at that point of time, women was a no-no there. So you study, but you will not get a hands-on experience. So that made no sense to me again.
Correct.
Interiors was something which was very trending. So every person who wanted to pursue as a hobby was learning interior design. So if I see, even if you know, like there was a time where everybody wanted to become a dentist.
Right. It was trend.
Trend tha. So interior designing was the trend at that. So I knew that by the time I finished this, every second person will be a interior designer. Jewelry was very new then. So I was creative all through.
Right.
I had my major subjects in the creative line, even in grade 12.
Correct.
But jewelry being the newest exploring field,
right.
I wanted to try my hands on then.
You jumped into it.
I jumped into it.
So it was more of elimination कि ये तो नहीं करना है, ये तो नहीं
exactly.
करना है.
So this is the only choice left. Let me do this because this is different and nobody is opting for it.
So see, I think when you were there, when you were in Surat, and when you were doing this designing, did you always feel that you're going to be working after marriage, or was it like, how was thinking that?
No, so I've always been a working woman.
Okay.
So it was very, very clear that I will not be, and I have never done a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
Even when I was 17, it was my own thing that I was doing. So I was clear that 9-to-5 job is a no-no.
Right.
So jo bhi karna hai would be on my own, but not sitting at home, for sure. So when this opportunity jumped in, coming from a textile background, I came to an engineering background. So my husband was into machineries back then.
Right.
So that was totally out of my scope. I mean, commerce background and creativity. So science ki koi jagah hi nahi thi. Thanks to Rakshit that we started off with this. And then step by step we moved ahead. And with the trends changing, I accepted. We both together as a team started expanding onto it.
Right.
2020 brought a change again, where we started off with silver metal exports also, wherein we got into silver jewelry and stuff like that. 2025 was a markation because from a factory, we started up our own retail studio space.
Right.
And going forward, the plan for Kosher and Silverish is that we will be soon having 2 different studios for both the different lines that we are running. And probably instead of one factory where we are working both simultaneously, we will not juggle into it and we will have separate spaces for both the brands. And looking forward to have these brands on multiple chain stores across India.
Right. So work like a manufacturer and give it to...
No. So it would be a retail space which is working in the brands of Kosher and Silverish.
Right.
But in a studio like a Purnia pop-up, you have a special showcase only for these brands. Or in a atelier shop atelier studio where you have different designers under one roof. You also have Kosher and Silverish place there.
Wow.
So that is something that we are looking forward to take it to. Amazing.
So this is the vision that you have for the next 5 years?
Next 5 years.
Okay, great. And what about in the next 10 years or 15 years, like what's the dream that you have when you think about Kosher or when you think about Silverish? Like, where is it that you would want it to reach?
So we would want to have chain of stores.
Wow.
That is something that we look forward in the next 10 years for Kosher and Silverish because I am an early retirement person. I don't want to work for the longest time of my life. I need to be actively involved with my brands.
Right.
But working, next 10 years, I want to have Kosher and Silverish as a multi-chain store across
India. or across
or
the world. Globe.
wherever opportunity takes us.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So, thank you so much, Neha, for being a part of this Safarnama. And it was really educational, really informative. And anyone who's wanting to be a part of this industry, anyone who wants to start, in the jewelry industry, there is so much for you to learn from, the experience that has been shared by Neha. And you can leave your comments, or you can tell us how you like the show. And thank you so much again, Neha.
Thank you,
It was a
Salil.
pleasure hosting you.
And it was wonderful having a candid conversation with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. 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 Bye.